Yeah, she'd come in, "Hi, Miss Jamie, I don't know where I am." And so we'd come and get her and save her life and stuff. And then she was taking her nail exam or whatever. And she had to do a nail on me, and she was higher than a kite.
Yeah.
"Hi, Miss Jamie, look over shoulder. I cannot figure out how to do nail."
You know, she is the quintessential pot leads to harder things.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when your kid says it's just a little pot, like in those commercials, you should make Miss Wendy come to your house.
It's true.
With her giant Samoan baby.
So then we catch up with her later on in life, like, I don't know, 10 years, I guess, in life. Mm-hmm. And now I find out she's like smoking crack or something.
I think it's ice.
I don't, whatever.
I'm not clear on it either. Yeah. I hear it keeps you awake for 3 days.
She does something bad now, and she's had a Samoan baby, and then the baby was taken away and given to her aunt.
From a drug dealer.
From a drug dealer.
But she was arrested for having sex with a stranger in a park.
Right. Her life's gone to hell.
I mean,
it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun to watch because I never met anybody like her when I was, so young and stuff. I was like, oh my God, this is funny.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I mean, it didn't get better, and she's never going to get better.
No.
Like
wait, how old is she?
Oh boy. Yeah, probably 30.
She could still.
I don't know. When they take your kid away and you don't care.
And you do drugs while you're pregnant?
Yeah.
No, I think you can change at any time. I really do. I truly believe. I'm not saying she will.
Hello?
Miss Wendy?
Hi.
It's Jamie.
Awesome.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Where you been?
Miss Wendy, it's Jamie.
Hi, guys.
Hi, how are you?
And Danny and Jack.
Hi.
What time is it there?
I don't know. I don't know.
Not as much fun.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
How's the baby?
He's good.
Yeah, is he there with you?
Yeah.
Oh, good. So you got him back?
Yeah, I got him back.
Yay.
Yay. And how's your husband?
He's okay.
Are you married to him?
No.
Are you okay?
Yeah, but just tired.
Yeah, because usually, even though we call it what is it now, like midnight?
Yeah.
You usually wake up quicker than this, and you're a lot of fun to talk to. And now you sound kind of like not that much fun.
Come on, we're on the radio. Woohoo! Miss Wendy, how old's the baby now?
He's good. He's 5 months.
5 months.
5 months.
Yeah.
And where's the Samoan?
He's in town.
Is he in jail?
No.
Oh, that's good.
But well, wait, it's real late at night there. Why isn't he at home with the baby? Why is he in town?
Well, we're not together. But
what happened?
No, we just live here.
You and the baby?
Yeah.
With your mom and dad?
Yeah.
And your brother?
And Dr. Dan.
Yeah.
And where's Dr. Dan?
He's in town.
Everybody's
a lot
in
of
town.
people in town.
Well,
by the way, just so we know what town, what island are we calling?
Oahu.
Oh, wow,
Oahu.
beautiful, beautiful.
Now, are you dating anybody?
No, not in that scene. Just taking care of my baby.
Oh, well, that's good. So you're being a good mom?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, and have you been going to those Mommy and Me classes and stuff?
Yeah, I am.
Really?
Well, the court made her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. and
Good.
and when's the last time you did drugs?
Shoot, long time ago.
Wendy.
She sounds like she misses some too, I understand.
When's the last time you had a drink?
I don't drink. Not into that.
Miss Wendy, what do you do?
Just take care of my son.
Liar, liar, oh, pants of fire. Miss Wendy.
What happened to all that ice stuff?
I don't know. Just
It's in town.
yeah. Well, it's over here too, but just not into it. Just gotta take care of my son.
And are you working?
No, just taking care of my son.
So how do you take care of your son if you don't have a job?
Well, of course I have help.
Of course.
But I plan on going back to school and stuff, but
Oh,
What do you-
I don't know.
let's not do that nail thing again.
Oh.
what kind of school you going to there, Miss Wendy?
Probably UH.
And what are you going to be when you grow up?
Probably, you know what? I help take care of my dad and I take care of my grandma, yeah. so I probably might get into the nursing field.
Yeah.
I do not want you around needles and drugs.
Yeah, they're going to give you a key to the locker.
Shoot.
Shoot. Miss Wendy, remember when you tried to put that acrylic nail on my finger?
Yes.
And you were higher than a kite, and you told me to look over at the other people to see how they were doing it.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And remember when you kicked out the windshield out of your Saturn?
I was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And remember when you went after your boyfriend with a knife?
Well, come on, everybody's done that.
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
And remember when you used to sleep in dog poop in the bed from Hallie Boy because you guys were too lazy to clean the bed out?
Yeah, that was fun.
They slept in dog poop.
Really?
Yes, the dog Hallie Boy would poop in their bed, and they'd both be so high they'd just sleep in it.
Oh, that's not
Is that
good.
true?
Yeah. it
Oh,
was.
my God, what a cat you are.
All they did was sit in front of this Nintendo and just play Nintendo in these big black chairs from Levitt's or wherever that you rent to own.
Right?
All their furniture was rent to own.
Wow, how do I get my hands on a drug-addled poop sleeper?
All right, Miss Wendy, we're going to go. It's good to talk to you.
You sound like you're doing much better.
I am more
Better.
just drug-free.
I know, it's not
Like, I
that...
have a boring life, so you might not want to call me anymore.
Aw, how's Mr. Jamie?
I told you he had a baby, yeah?
Yeah, have you
Yeah.
talked to him or seen him?
I talked to him. We talked, and his son is so cute. Looks like my son. Well, you know how babies look alike, right?
Yeah,
But it's like, he's doing good.
except for those ones in the incubator.
Oh, nice. Real nice. Wow, that just dawned on me, though, that not only Jack, but Stench also has the syndrome.
They have syndromes?
Yeah.
What kind of syndromes?
Big fat loser syndrome.
No, you both, just like Miss Wendy, have the syndrome, hey, I don't look like a parent.
But they're right.
I know.
Especially Stench.
I know, but well, actually, Jack brought up the point that yesterday he was with the baby in the stroller,
Right?
and that he realized that as he's pushing the baby in the stroller, that people probably thought that he stole the kid or something because he doesn't look like a dad.
Well, do you have the dad expression? Like I'd rather be doing anything else?
No, and I dress just like I dress here, so it's not
All in
like-
black.
Right, and
Yeah.
I'm pushing the baby stroller, and I realized because a cop car went by, and I thought, I wonder if he thinks this might be a little odd. The guy, like not
Yeah.
right guy pushing the baby in the stroller, because the baby stroller's happy and the dad isn't. You know what I mean?
Right. And you got like baby happy products. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like pink things around and stuff.
Do you go ever to like parks with swings and stuff like that in them with the baby?
Not yet. She's not big enough.
Oh, right. There's a park by my house, Griffith Park, by the carousel where there's a whole, it's huge, and literally hundreds of people there most of the time. And it's funny because sometimes you'll see this collection of dads. Like there's 1,000 moms and kids, and then these 5 dads, and you just all look kind of sheepishly at each other like, yeah, I'm not bad enough to make my wife do this either.
Oh.
Yeah, you're the dad loser club.
Oh.
But I was looking over at Stench because as we were talking to Miss Wendy, I was like, dude, she's so not a mom, and she doesn't look like a mom because she dresses like a hoochie mama.
Yeah.
I mean, like hooched out.
That's how she
Okay.
became a mama.
Oh yeah. I mean, this girl hoochie. So Jack told me that story off the air, and then I look over at Stench, and I'm thinking, I don't know, big hairy guy, looks like an axe murderer. Not so much looking like a dad with like pink stuff.
Now, see,
I have pink stuff.
I know you do.
Lots.
with Stench, if he picked up his little baby girl, it'd look so just cute and, the giant man. Because I saw, sometimes I like get in Stench's face. Well, I get in his chest.
Yeah.
And bug him like, let's fight and ha 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 ha. He came walking around the corner yesterday with Leland, our production guy. And that's when I really noticed for the very first time how gigantic Stench. He's 3 of this guy, and Leland's my size. So when you see just a giant bear of a man holding a little girl, it's just too adorable.
I know, but it's still it's about the look, really, and you don't have the father look, and so you're holding like a baby diaper that's pink and it has like little pink things. I would call someone.
Yesterday, I had
Authorities.
to take the baby to the doctor, and I show up. I'm by myself. Usually, my wife will go. We'll both go to the doctor, but I did it by myself. And when I showed up at the doctor's office, I looked down and I had the Kate Spade diaper bag.
Oh yeah, you're hot.
Yeah, and usually I'll bring a backpack if I know I'm gonna have
Right.
the baby by myself. I have this gay freaking diaper bag with pink blankets in it and stuff. I went through, I grabbed a bottle, a diaper, some wet wipes, stuck them in the back pocket of my jeans, and grabbed the baby and said, "Let's go."
There you go. That's
Oh my
that's
God!
man dad.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's like carrying a purse.
No, it is. It's like I do the same. I do a backpack, but with no compartments, not like a baby backpack.
I know, but I mean, the fact that he didn't have a backpack and he wouldn't just be like the guy that went ahead and carried the baby bag.
No way.
He stuck it in his back pocket.
I do not know if you're comfortable enough with your own manhood.
Yeah, I don't either.
And I'm going into the snooty area with the snooty moms in the pediatrician's office. There's no way I was going in there looking like a mo.
No, because it's at that point in your life where you go, hey, I'll just go ahead and buy tampons for you. I don't mind.
I
You're
would
at
do
that.
that.
I'll do
you're,
that.
Oh, why?
It's embarrassing.
Oh, for who?
I'll buy them with a load of groceries, but I just won't go get them with you. That's it.
Oh my God, you have a kid. We know what everything is about. It's all about the reproductive system. It's a human body.
No.
So you could never be a doctor. You'd be too
Oh
embarrassed.
yeah.
Now, what do you care what the checkout person thinks?
Yeah.
I'll buy a
No.
gay porn magazine, diapers, and tampons. I don't care.
But
you know?
that's
You're
you,
gay.
because you know, Jack, there are certain people in life, like you think I'm different because I'm crazy. But in most areas, I kind of behave much more normal than Jack in a normal situation. For example, Jack will not speak to people in a grocery line. People try and talk to him. They go, hey, how about those whatever? And Jack not only won't speak to them, he doesn't turn around. He just ignores them.
Yeah.
You do?
Yes.
You don't say, how's it going?
Leave me alone.
Although I will say, as far as the checkout guy, I don't usually care, but there's something weird about buying a pregnancy test because you don't want him to think you're a whore.
I won't buy a porno magazine from a lady cashier.
So what I usually do is put on a wedding ring. Yeah, I don't know. I put
Yeah, but
on,
you order room service for two so you don't look lonely.
Right, so I put on, well, that was Valentine's Day. Do you blame me? So anyway, so I put on a wedding ring, and then I usually buy like a happy birthday card to go with it. Like it's some kind of like a gag gift.
Oh, that's funny.
I know. Anyway, I know. Hi. All right, Jack, I think we're ready for the first calls of the day. We already have an angry Santa on the line about homo dad, so go ahead.
The first call of the day with Jamie and Danny.
Ready for action, nip it in the bud. We never relaxing. Outcast is everlasting. Pick up the ticket, let's see your seatbelt fasten. Trunk rattling like two midgets in the back seat wrestling.
Two
Speaker
midgets
box
in the
vibrate
back seat
make it sound like
wrestling.
aluminum cans in the bag. But I know y'all wanted that 808. Can you feel that BASS bass?
I like the way you move. I like the way you move. No. No.
Should I show you my moves? Oh yeah. The running man.
Come on.
Bopping. Hey, Quinn?
Quinn.
Yeah, how you doing?
I know you're upset, so can you hold on 1 second? We have to take a little break, and then we'll come back to you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I know. Just.
Try and calm down. Count to 10.
No, cage that anger. We want it when we come
Cage
back.
that anger.
Yeah. And we don't want him to he's fired up. He's pissed off at you.
At me?
Yes, haha.
Oh, wow.
Now you're
All right,
interested.
cage your heat.
I'm worried about our friends at the FCC.
Why?
Well, because I just got this little news story from abcnews.com.
Uh-huh.
And remember a long time ago, Bono said the F word on stage?
Yeah. At the Golden Globes, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. But anyway, so the FCC said that it was it's some big thing, like it was just an expression and he wasn't using it in a sexual way, and he didn't,
Yep, I remember.
it was just freedom of speech and he was excited or whatever. Well, now they're like, you know what? Since we're doing all this crap and talking about all this stuff and, trying to, I don't really know what the hell they're doing, to be honest with you guys. I don't really know what this is all about, this new wave of hey, you guys need to, clean it up of your act, and you can't say this and you can't say that. I don't know what it's all about because, like I told you yesterday, to me, I don't think, because we're worried about indecency for children, right? This is what this is all about. To me, a kid hearing, the word booby or whatever doesn't make him go and kill somebody.
Right.
In my personal opinion. I don't think if you hear a little off-colored joke that you as a 13-year-old or a 15-year-old or whatever, which, by the way, we don't, we make it our point to say this is not for kids.
Absolutely.
I don't think if they heard something like that, or a woman talking about how she can't have an orgasm or whatever, I don't think it makes him go into school and kill people.
I would agree with you there.
I do, however, believe that the violence that kids are subjected to, it's a little, with the video games and with the shows that are on and all that, I do think that there's something to be said about that, but it's the parents' responsibility, not the government's responsibility, to tell the viewing of the kid, in my opinion.
I agree with you, and they have unsuccessfully tried to sue many a band. The two cases I can think of are Ozzy and Metallica. Is that right, Jack? Ozzy and Judas Priest, where teenage boys committed suicide.
Yeah, even Marilyn Manson was sued. Yeah.
Right, and none of them succeeded. None of those lawsuits succeeded.
So it's in my opinion that the FCC, our friends there at the FCC, are perhaps, and I don't know who they are. I don't know if you're...
Yeah, I actually don't know who they are.
Well, I know that Colin Powell's son is like the head cheese.
Head cheese, right?
Yeah. And my guess is, I don't know Colin Powell, but my guess is he's told a little dirty joke once or twice.
I've heard him talk. I don't think he's ever told a joke.
But it's just interesting to me that now they've come back and said, well, we know we ruled on this, but now we're going to take it back and say that it was bad that Bono said that.
Right.
Bono, whatever.
Well, it was certainly stupid that he said it.
Well, it was, yeah. That's absolutely true. But it's also ridiculous that they made a judgment and they said they made this big statement. It was expression, freedom of speech, all this stuff. But now they're coming back going, we're going to take that back, and now he has to pay.
It does seem that anything that a major branch of the government, such as the FCC, has ruled on, you'd have to leave it alone for out of double jeopardy. You know what I mean? You can't try a guy twice for the same crime. You can't.
I don't know what's going on over there, but I would be concerned if I were you guys. I was talking to somebody.
I'd be concerned if I was us guys.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. What a way to go out. If we're fired, or if Howard's fired, or anybody else is fired, what a way to go out. Our government basically determined that we needed to be off the air. I think if you're going to go out, you better have the big guns to send you on your way.
Right. It's not like, we didn't do well in the ratings.
Right.
The president was tired of us.
Right. That's the thing. It's like a lot of radio people move around and blah, 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 or your series was canceled. Well, if Friends...
I know both of those feelings.
If Friends is canceled, then that sucks. But if the government throws Friends off the air, ta-da!
That's what I'm going to go with. The government canceled the other half.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with.
I'm really saying that, to be honest with you guys. Like, I will be proud to leave if the government throws me off the air. I'm not going to be proud if the ratings sink to nothing and we get fired because we suck. I would be proud because our government threw us off the air.
I would take it as a much better way to go off the air than just, deteriorating and people getting bored with you. But at the end of the day, whatever gets me fired has me finding a new occupation to feed my family.
That's okay. You know what? That's okay with me, because I'm telling you, it is jacked up what is going on right now.
Oh, I agree with you.
It is uncomfortable. It is jacked up. It is pathetic. It is bizarre. It is unclear, most of all. You guys, we have no idea what we're allowed to say to you and what we're not. At one point, and I told you guys this, and we've talked about it, they said nothing about bodily function. So I said, and drove Danny over the wall.
Over the edge.
Or edge. That, okay, so we can't say that I sneezed, or we can't say that somebody was lactating, because technically that's bodily function.
Okay, now at that point, I agreed with you for your making your point. When you stuck to your guns about sneezing, that's when I said, okay, we get it.
You know, it's just, I can't take it anymore. So if our government throws us off the air, I'm okay with it. I really am.
Well, that's quite the stance to make.
Jesus Christ. I don't even understand what's going on. And by the
I
way,
just don't have a lot of skills. If they throw me off the air, I'm in big trouble.
well, you have that pizza parlor.
Oh, that's right. I do. I have Fiorini.
You can make pizza.
Oh, I can't make pizza. I can deliver
can
pizza like
deliver.
nobody's
See?
business in my brand new big truck.
Here's the way I look at it. We're smart people. We'll find our way, but this way is pathetic. I play this underneath my whole rampage.
Are you making a rampage?
Well, I just kind of did.
Right. There's more?
No, that I should have played this the whole time because I was really just like going crazy.
I don't think you're going crazy.
No, I don't mean not crazy. I'm just like, we're lost souls here, people. We just don't know what to do anymore. The government's taking away our spunk. Ooh, that probably sounded bad.
Can I just get out my checkbook now?
Scott, hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
You guys rock, man.
We rule!
Yeah. Hey, no one can take away your spunk, Jamie. I promise you that.
Thanks, Scott.
Hey, I was calling because I wanted to just add to what you were saying about the FCC watching you guys and grilling you about what you guys say on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that it's just the violence that kids are subdued or doing today, like killing other kids and all that stuff. I agree that you guys shouldn't be grilled so much, but at the same time, when a person talks about sexual content, it really, that's what they're watching you guys for, too. It's not just that the kids are,
Right, and here's my, right, and I understand, Scott. The only problem I have with this whole deal is that, here I go again. Oh, prepare. Jack, you might even want to turn it up. Is that we've made sex such a bad thing.
The way I do it.
In this country. You know, it is amazing to me that your body is almost taboo. You know, I mean, it's like I just don't get it. I mean, if you go to Europe, obviously there's booby beaches, and I told you my sister was shocked because they went to Dominican Republic, and everywhere Cameron, who's 13, turned, there were boobies.
He must have been in heaven.
But you know, I mean, it kind of takes to me. Maybe that's better because it takes that weird out of it.
No.
Yeah, it's true. They do walk around nude in Europe, but at the same time, I mean, that could lead to someone being a pervert in the future in America. You know,
because somebody's topless and suntanning.
In Argentina.
Like you could be raising a child to be insensitive to that kind of stuff, and you know, later on in life, some nut might say that it's because of us talking about sex on the radio and stuff that this person
you know
became a
what?
rapist.
Anybody though can find any angle. For example, if you give your kids cheeseburgers, does that mean that your kid hates animals and is going to harm them later?
True.
I mean, that's a weird point, but it's a point.
It's not as weird as sneezing.
You know, I mean, it's just, Scott, what's going on is something that I don't quite understand. I understand that's an election year and you know, I guess we need an agenda, and I guess this is it.
Yeah, I agree that it's definitely the parents' job. I mean, I have a 4-year-old, and I wouldn't want her listening to your guys' show, and
we
Smart
wouldn't
move.
want.
listen to you guys when she's not around. But
My wife doesn't listen to the show with the kids around.
Yeah, I wouldn't want you to. You know, I wouldn't want your child to listen. That's why we don't talk to little
That's my
kids.
responsibility,
Right.
and I agree with you guys on that. It's just that I think the FCC is just watching you guys because they want to make sure that when a kid does have access to a radio, that he's not subjected to something like what Howard Stern does.
I'll tell you the truth. I am not nearly as concerned as what's being broadcast on the radio or even on television. There's that veil of fiction for me that doesn't really bother me too much. But the other day I was with my daughter in the car. We were on our way to see that movie Hidalgo. And she looked to her right, and she's, you know, a much better reader now. And sure enough, she turns back to me and said, "Dad, I just saw a man walk into that adult bookstore." Just like that. It's like she has at least a child's idea of what goes on in there.
Right, and how old is your kid?
She's 9.
9. Because I always wonder, in the checkout lane, when you're standing there at the grocery store.
That's what happened, except it wasn't the grocery store. I had a terrible headache once we got to the movie theater, and it was playing at El Capitan. And those places right on Hollywood Boulevard, those little vending things, I desperately needed some aspirin. So I walked into one of those stores to get a leave, and there are lighters on the counter, like Zippo lighters, and they have girls on them, scantily clad like in 90s and stuff. But then when I went to pay, they're holograms or whatever that is, where if you look at them from an angle, their clothes disappear to full frontal nudity. And there was no way at that point to stop Isabella from seeing it. And I flipped out. I absolutely flipped out on the guy. I said, you have no right to keep that right up here at the counter.
But see,
and then he said he didn't speak English and kind of ruined my whole vibe.
You know, and I guess because Dad, I guess that's like uncomfortable. But on the other hand,
it was awful.
But on the other hand, you know, it's like it's a human body. I mean, you know, we should also.
It's a human body for purely gratuitous reasons, though.
Well, right, but I mean, but what I'm saying is like, so kids don't react, or you know, because if you don't see that stuff, then they're, oh my God. But you know, it's a human body, and it's. At least
she was offended.
But Isabella was?
Yes.
She's 9.
Right.
How is she offended?
She just thought, what is that? That's disgusting. Yeah, she's all.
See, it would be far more scary, in my opinion, to have my 9-year-old who can read in the checkout counter at the grocery store, sounding out the words to Cosmo. How to fake better orgasms in 7 minutes or whatever, you know, like, and reading all those words. And it's just staring, by the way, at your child's eye level.
Right.
They're not, they're not high. They're like right there.
Maybe I haven't described this well. These were not naked women posed in art positions. This was nasty. Okay. These were full-on nasty pictures that I felt that guy did not have a right to display right there.
Yeah,
and I told
because
him
you
so.
had right then, I mean, like with the radio, hopefully you guys have a choice in it.
And I had no choice, and it was smut. You know what I mean? It wasn't the Venus de Milo.
Right.
It was full-on smut for smut's effect, and I was mad about it.
And then the other thing, I mean, you know, it's so funny. MTV to me is like, it's terrifying. When I told you, when I was sitting there with my stepkids watching it, I'm like, oh my God, that man is walking across an ass. Remember the I Like Big Butts? Oh, yeah. He was walking across an ass.
I think I know that girl.
No, I mean, they had a paper mache ass, and he was walking across it as I was watching with my kids. I felt weird.
It's a different time, Jamie.
Do you know what that's like to be with a 13-year-old and you're the stepmom and you're watching a woman shake her booty as she's stepping through a butt crack?
No, I don't know that one.
It's weird.
I'll go with you on that.
Oh, my God.
By the way, my daughter at the adult bookstore as we drove by did not believe me when I tried to say, oh, no. It's just very old collectible books.
Oh, that was a good angle.
Didn't believe it for a minute. They get smart, these kids.
That's good. All right. Hey, Jack, did you already play the thing or something?
Long time ago.
No. Now
the first call of the day thing?
No. We got it. Dave, hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm calling from Chicago.
What up, Dave?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. What's happening in Chicago?
Oh, not too much, but I listen to you guys every morning on the internet.
Right on.
Thanks for that.
Thank you.
I sure to heck hope they don't pull you guys. You guys are nowhere near Howard Stern.
People have said that in more ways than one.
And, I mean, you guys are. I mean, I really enjoy your show.
Thank you.
I don't think you guys say anything that's out of line, and I don't know where. You know, I mean,
paper mache butt crack might send them over the edge.
Yeah, we haven't been fined or censured or anything like that. I think we're fine. I wouldn't worry about it.
Well, I laugh out of you guys every morning. I listen to you every day before I get ready for work.
Well, thanks there, Dave. And what do you do for a living?
That's what I was thinking.
I do management work, security management.
Now, as long as we're on this topic, do you ever listen to a Chicago DJ named Mancow?
I don't like him.
Nobody likes him. I was just wondering how that guy's continuing to do his act.
I have no idea.
Good for you. It shows a little class there, Dave.
He went more political.
Listen to you. I used to listen to you when you were here in Chicago, Danny.
Well, do you miss me? Because I miss you.
I miss you here. I wish you guys were broadcast here on one of our stations. But
as long as I can do it from here, what's the temperature there today, Dave?
This is very true, Daddy. Very true.
Yeah, I'm sorry. 70 below wind chill factors. I can't help you.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit.
All right, well, Dave, we got to go. But when we come back, another call from Illinois, and this time it'll be time for Big Bob.
Oh, Big Bob.
Big Bob.
And now, ladies and germs, what you've been waiting for. Just off a 2-week stint at Helen's Trailer Park and Bar. Coming to you from Southern Illinois, where the Hoodolls rape the chickens and no one cares. That's right, he kids because he loves. It's Bob White.
Yay, on a Friday. Hi.
What oh, not there yet.
Oh. 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 Dialed the right number, I believe.
Bob White speaking.
Hi, Dad.
Oh, top of the morning to you.
Top of the
Top of
morning
the
to you,
morning.
sir.
Morning to you, lad. I dedicate the rest of Bloomin' Day to myself.
Oh, very nice.
You
Now,
A little late on St. Patrick's Day.
Your daughter completely lost her Irish accent.
Yeah, I
She
know.
had a good one, and now she can't find it anymore.
I can't.
Oh, well,
I
that's
know.
okay. I love her anyway.
Thanks, Dad. Love you too. But you know what? I forgot to tell Danny that you're depressed about your favorite actor.
Danny DeVito.
What about Danny DeVito? I just saw him the other night.
Always loved his smile. I thought he was the funniest, greatest man alive. But he is a trained hairdresser.
Actually, I knew that.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
It has depressed my
I
father.
didn't know that. I just came up on that information, and I thought, oh, crap. But then I thought, what the hell, why not? You know?
Yeah, why not?
But he is my favorite actor.
Yeah, but now you might think he's one of those fruitcakes, Dad.
Well, he could probably give a short haircut.
Well, yeah. Okay.
You know
that's
what?
okay.
I just saw him the other night, and he did something super funny. You'd have been proud.
Oh?
He won an award at the TV Land Awards.
Yes.
And they said, and the winner is Danny DeVito. He couldn't be here today, but he taped this message. And up on the big screen comes Danny DeVito saying, thank you so much. I really appreciate this award. It means a great deal to me. I wish I could be there, but I'm in Spain filming a movie. So thank you. And everybody applauds. And then he walks out on stage and he goes, don't you hate that? When somebody wins one of these things and records a stupid tape like that. And it was really funny.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, let's see. About I'm impressed you went there because my biggie is going to Sarah's Lounge.
Yeah. What about Helen's Bar?
Yeah, what happened to Helen's?
All right, Bonaduce, here you go, buddy.
What?
At Sarah's Lounge, we were doing a little trivia, and here's some more from previous wars.
Hey, Dad, I have a question, though.
Yeah.
Did Helen change her name to Sarah?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, I was in the wrong tavern. Oh, God.
That's happened. I've been in the wrong house.
No wonder I was funny there.
I'm like, what's Sarah's Tavern?
Never mind, it's Helen's.
All right,
Helen's.
so what's the question?
All right, they do trivia there.
During the Korean War, what was the big pickle?
What was the big pickle?
Yeah.
Crossing the 38th parallel?
No. It was
What?
the atomic bomb.
Oh.
And I didn't know that.
I did not know
A
that.
couple of the old geezers there had this, and they talked about an egg beater
An egg beater.
Gatling gun?
helicopter.
Oh, okay,
This
keep
was
going.
something you'd wear. This one I knew, a brain bucket.
A brain bucket is a helmet.
Helmet.
Right,
Yay,
yeah.
we got one.
But then they had some from a couple of guys from Vietnam here, and
Heroin.
well, my brother, that was my period of time, and I knew these like a boom boom girl.
A boom girl is a prostitute.
That's right.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Ooh, and getting the hot skinny.
Getting the information.
Right.
Oh, right, right.
Good job. He remembers Vietnam, Korean. He's like me. That was a little bit.
Very nice.
You know,
2 out of 6 ain't bad.
Not bad.
That's
bad.
pretty dang
Not
good.
bad, yeah.
But Jamie would remember this one because we used to play a lot of cards when Jamie was a kid. We'd play hearts and all that stuff and had a lot of fun. And there are 4 kings in a deck. What is so special, Jamie, if you remember, about the King of Hearts?
The King of Hearts is the only one without a mustache.
That's right.
Yay!
I had no idea. That's neat.
That's cool.
Hey!
I'm very proud of you, yeah.
And
That's
what?
in a standard deck. I'm sure there's some goofy decks.
Well,
Yeah, but they never. Somebody's always going to call up here and go, mine has a mustache.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
They've
So,
got a special deck.
How are the cookie ladies, Dad?
Cookie ladies are
Or are they now brownie ladies because you changed up Helen's bar?
Yeah, wow. Bunt cake.
Hey, by the way, Dad, I have to mail this to you, but you got a love letter here at the Radio Ranch.
Oh, well, thank you very much, lovely lady.
Yeah, she listens every Friday just for you, and she's an author. She wrote a book, and she really wants to meet you. And I looked at her picture, and she's cute.
And she would want to do a movie script on me called Cookie Lady.
Yeah, I see it
And
on
I
the
could
big
tell her all
screen.
kinds of stories, and she could write that down.
You know what, though, Bob? I haven't seen the letter, but a published author, that's kind of cool. That seems right up your alley.
Well, my name appears on many restroom walls.
I've called you a couple times.
Well, yeah, a lot of people have. But,
Yeah, so Dad, this might be your dream boat.
well, and I bet she's will be just fantastic. And you tell the lady, my hugs and kisses to
Well,
her.
actually, I'm going to forward you the letter so that way you can email her.
What'd she write?
She just said that I love your father.
No, I mean
it's-
book.
Huh?
What book?
Oh, it's something about. It's called Atmospheres or something like that. It's about reality in the world.
Neat.
And that,
Oh, that's me.
yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been leading pretty much a fantasy the whole time.
All right, Dad, we gotta go.
Okay, God bless you all. Have fun. And, I've cleaned up my language because I know FCC's out there snooping and going to thump me if I say a poo-poo word.
That's true, Dad. Very
don't wanna say
nice.
any poo-poo
No,
words.
don't say
No.
poo-poo words. No poo-poo words.
Tell all the ladies out there, I'm thinking of them every night.
Oh.
Every night. I sleep with my head on a LA telephone directory.
Nice, Bob.
All right, Dad,
I'm
love
praying
you.
for them to relieve me of my misery.
Okay, Dad.
Okay.
Oh, Dad, come on.
Well, that's the best I can do this far away. Next time I'll talk on the phone, I'll be naked.
Oh,
Now
great.
there's a treat I'm looking forward to.
Well, you don't have to see it. You just listen to it.
Okay, Dad, love you.
Okay, switch hands.
By the way, and I never really play this, and my dad just told me something. I didn't know this either.
What?
Did you know in Nevada there are no lottery games?
No, that would make
Is
sense.
that
I guess.
weird?
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it would make sense. Everything's a lottery game.
But no, like lottery, what? Yeah.
I knew this only because at State Line, there's that little hut right on the California side where you can go buy lottery tickets.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Oh, wow.
Anyway, that's why I bring this up because the California lottery is up to $22 million.
Let's go buy some tickets.
I know, because isn't it stupid? And Jack brought up a good point about millions of dollars. If it's $7 million, I don't buy it because what? I don't need it.
Right.
Oh no.
What am I gonna? Well, that's the same thing. Jack was just a lot of Jack was just saying they've raised the bounty on Osama bin Laden from 25 million to 50 million. Now, if you're some guy out there in Pakistan making $3 a year herding yak, 25 million's enough.
25? Nah.
Osama, I'm sorry, buddy. It's
Yeah.
just not enough. You're fine.
You
50?
give me 51, right?
You're going down.
Come on, Osama. Come on down. You are the next captive.
For 50 million, I'd turn in my mom. I'd say, swear to God, she did it.
Oh, now that is not nice.
Oh, she's getting older. What's she going to do?
Family is precious, bastard.
You know what? I'd get her the best cell. She'd bunk with Martha Stewart. She'd be fine.
Oh. Speaking of which.
Yeesh.
All right. So anyway, $22 million, just so you guys know, is the lottery, and I'm gonna buy tickets my own self.
Me too.
You know that guy who?
It would change my day to win 22 million bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably just say the F word really loud and proud.
You're really just, it's on the tip of your tongue, isn't it?
I would just say it, and I'd say it proud, and I'd say it to the FCC, and then I'd walk out of here. And then with my luck, I would have read the numbers wrong.
Or the fine would be exactly $22 million.
Right. Yeah, because that's how my life goes. Anyway, you know that Ohio sniper guy?
Yeah.
Did you know that the man who turned him in had to call the police 13 times?
No.
Yeah, this just handed to me.
Well, that explains why I don't know.
Apparently, the guy who turned in the Ohio sniper guy had to call the police 13 times.
All right, thanks for clearing that up.
It's true. I guess they even have a timeline. It started at 1:45 p.m. He contacted Ohio authorities. They told him he was one of dozens of tips they had received from as far away as northeastern Florida. He also called Las Vegas police about the same time. A detective responded and patrolled the Stardust, but did not find the guy. And then I guess he's like, no, really, this is the guy. I
see him, right.
I see him. So then he calls again and he says, this is most important. I've been turned down by 911 because this is not life-threatening. I'm parked next to the Ohio Beltway murderer, the shooter, the sniper's car here in Las Vegas. The dispatcher went, and transferred him to voicemail.
Oh.
So then he follows, no, this isn't true. So then, starting at 1 p.m., so at 5 o'clock, he goes over to a buddy's house because now he thinks, like, I'm losing my mind, right? He researches him online, finds out everything he can about him. One of the things he says is that he told his parents that he was going to go to GameWorks somewhere. That
Right.
I'm going to GameWorks, so I'll be back later. So what he did, he was smart enough to go to the GameWorks in Nevada, right there in Las Vegas.
Wow.
So it said, whatever his name is, went looking for McCoy at the GameWorks arcade on the Strip. He had read online, blah, blah, blah. He returned to the Stardust to look for McCoy or his vehicle, whose license plate he had memorized, before heading home. He cruised through the nearby budget suites and found McCoy's green Chevrolet Metro. Now, this is at 10 p.m., so he's been tracking him since 1.
Right.
He's already made 7 phone calls.
Oh, my God.
Malcolm, or whatever his name is, went to the post office next to the motel and used his cell phone to call 911 at 10:35 p.m. His last 911 call. It says, he says, please do not transfer me. I believe I spoke to you earlier, he told one operator at 11:24 p.m. I saw the Ohio Beltway sniper in the Stardust today. I have now found the car which he's driving. That would be dispatch. Please hold.
Oh!
And so he finally placed his last call at 12:55, screaming, ranting, and raving, and saying, "You don't understand. I'm going to die." And not until then, because he had to treat it as an emergency, did they send police.
And then did they say thanks?
Yeah, they're embarrassed.
I'll bet they're embarrassed.
He called 13 times from 1 o'clock until 1 a.m. What a persistent guy, though, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would have given up. I've been like, screw you guys.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably done shooting. He's playing GameWorks.
Yeah. Wow. I thought that was really, really nuts. I'm like, oh, my God. That's the thing.
That happens, not often, I guess, but I've seen these 2020 shows about 911 operators who don't do their jobs. I've heard of people going, no, they're beating this young man to death on the steps of the church. And they wouldn't come, and the guy died.
They even wrote it out as HMMMM.
See, I wonder how you spell words like that sometimes.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Anyway, I know, but, first of all, it takes a big old set of muscles.
Okay.
Thank you. See how it loses something? Anyway, it takes a big set of muscles to actually call, because I'm sure he started to question himself.
Yeah, this can't be the guy, or they'd be here.
They'd be here. Like, what am I doing? And first of all, you feel like a moron anyway. I think I told you a long time ago, I called the cops because there was a lady and her kid was flying around the back seat and she was swerving all over.
Yep.
And for a split second, I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't. It's not really my place.
No, it is your place.
Then I did.
Safety is everybody's business.
And you know what? Safety never takes a vacation.
That's right.
My friend Paul O'Malley told me that.
Is that right? Oh, I got to call him.
Hey, by the way, but it's just weird because they don't say thank you.
No.
And they don't, call you back and let you know what happened. And they don't even say, we'll send somebody right away. They go, okay, thank you for the information.
Well, sometimes you can be wrong. I was on the night that Star Wars premiered in 1977. I was driving home on the 405, and there was a midget in a tuxedo throwing potted plants at me out of the back of a station wagon. And I was going to call the police, and Dave said, you probably shouldn't. Nobody else sees the midget. So sometimes, you really got to make sure that you've got the right emergency.
Yeah. We've all done those stupid things, and I've done.
You saw the midget throwing plants in the tuxedo?
No, I thought there was a fire outside of my house, down in a ravine. When I lived over in Pasadena, I lived by a ravine, and I called the police. I'm like, there's this huge fire in the... Well, it was the moon shining off the water that was in the ravine. It looked like fire.
Wow, your ravine had water?
Yeah, it was a puddle.
You thought it was a fire?
It looked like a fire. The way it was it looked like it was something sparking.
Okay, I had help seeing the dwarf, okay?
And I was so... Not to bring y'all down on a Friday, but do you ever feel pathetic?
Yep.
Oh, my God. I'm going through a pathetic phase of my life. Yesterday, I was talking to Ned, the rocket scientist.
Right. I'm still not clear on that guy, but okay.
I went out with him.
Right. No. I don't have a beat on him at all. What your relationship is with him.
It's that kind of trying it out, feeling it out, seeing what's happening.
Did somebody set you two up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been out once.
Yeah.
And it went well.
It went well. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it was good. It was fun. It was
good. Okay.
So I was talking, and his name's not Ned, and he's not a rocket scientist, and I just changed both of those. But anyway,
she doesn't change by much, you guys. So let's go with he's Ted, and he's in sockets.
No, I'm close. Actually, one day I slipped up and said what he what kind of field he's in.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
Anyway, so I was talking to Ned, the rocket scientist, yesterday, and we were planning on what we were going to do this weekend if we were going to get together or whatever. And so we're going to go out tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, what's the last movie you saw? Do you want to go see a movie and get something to eat or something like that? And I said, you know what? And I'm sure it came off bitchy, but I said, I just don't want to do the movie.
Dinner and a movie?
Yeah, the restaurant routine. I'm kind of tired of that. And he goes, oh, okay, what would you like to do? And then I'm thinking, okay, you are the big bitch that just like changed up, so come up with something.
Right.
So amazing, Jamie. You know what I come up with?
What?
Let's go bowling.
Bowling's good.
Okay, fine. Right, it's good. You guys, think about this. It's the only thing I had. And even after I hung up, I thought, well, I should think of something. And I go, and if that doesn't work out, like if we can't get on a lane or whatever, because, you know, they're crowded for those rock and bowls.
Right.
Stuff, I said, I'll come up with a backup plan. So last night I'm thinking, all I have is a movie or bowling in my life.
I think bowling's the way to go.
No, but I mean, the point is not even that it's bowling. It's that is all. I live in Los Angeles, the mecca for entertainment.
Right.
The only thing I can think of to do is bowling or a movie.
Okay, now watch this. Jack knows everything about L.A. Jack, quick, what would you do on a date besides dinner and a movie?
Miniature golf.
See? It's nobody can do much better.
No,
I know. Tell him about your IHOP thing.
Oh, okay. So, it's Friday night. My wife goes, because, she's gone all the time. She goes, this Friday I don't have rehearsal. We'll go out and do something. Oh, no, she didn't.
No, she said we'll clean.
We're going to stay home and clean the house. And I'm like, are you kidding me? It's Friday night.
And I've been locked in the house for months while you've been gone every night.
She's like, well, fine. What are we going to do? Go to IHOP? And I go, yes.
Yes. Nice.
And she's like, well, that's not exciting. I go, it beats the hell out of cleaning the house.
So they're big plans. How old are you, Jack?
I am 33.
And how old is she?
26.
So the 26-year-old and the 33-year-old tonight are going to IHOP.
Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
And the two 35-year-olds?
Yeah.
Saturday night, we're going bowling. Woo!
And we're only going to IHOP because we didn't think of bowling.
Right.
Oh, my God. I'm just like, am I in some kind of pathetic rut? You know? I mean, but then I, had a little talk with myself like I do. I'm like, wait a minute. Last weekend, you were in a helicopter, going down the river, landing in Havasu.
You took a private jet to Montana.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I'm not that pathetic. But then I was like, but I think in boy world, I'm in a rut. Like, all you can think of to do, and I know a lot of you are like this, is like, I don't know, what do you want to see? Let's go see. Where do you want to eat? I don't know. I mean, she's 26. You're going to IHOP on a Friday night. What happened to all of this going clubbing?
Well, we have a baby.
Well, yeah.
No, but I mean, even before the baby. Remember, what happened to all this, woo, let's go clubbing? What happened to that?
I could not think of anything less enjoyable than to go clubbing.
The Lotus Bar and
The White Lotus? I'm actually going there Saturday.
Sunset. Yeah, but for what?
I'm not sure. They invited me, and Gretchen said we never go there.
Yeah, you guys are going for dinner. You're not, going dancing and clubbing, right?
No, actually, we're going dancing.
Oh, well, then never mind.
No, but only because it's an invite from the owner guy, and Gretchen, he invites us all the time, and Gretchen said, he's eventually going to stop inviting us. And I said, do we care, though? We don't go.
I mean, what happened when we all,
Isn't that weird? She's going to stop inviting us if we don't go soon. It's like, well, why is that a drawback if we don't go? But apparently we're going.
He's a nice guy, though.
Isn't he a nice guy?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I like him.
But, I mean, that's the thing. I can even, probably go and not have to stand in line, because usually it's a line issue with me. But I could probably go there and not stand in line.
But what are you going to do when you get there?
Exactly, Jack. What am I going to do when I get there?
You're going to sit in a really nice booth and have drinks like you could have anywhere, anyway.
I know.
And it's not that much more exciting.
And you know what? You're right, because here's the problem, and this is why I'm pathetic, and I'm in a pathetic world, and this is my pathetic life, and I'm Jamie. Me and the 35-year-old, the other guy, Ned, the rocket scientist, Jack is right. We will sit there, and we will be dressed up, and we'll drink until we're drunk, and then we will attempt to drive home straight.
Right.
Or probably have a car because I'm responsible.
They're very nice.
And then we will get home, and then the next morning, I'll wake up with a headache and a hangover and get nothing accomplished. I don't want to do that.
You just went to this cool place to just really drink at a place that Britney Spears might show up at. That's the only difference as to, say, going to a bar near your house.
Reason enough for me to go, though, mister.
Right.
If there's a chance that Britney or Justin might show up and have a dance-off, I'm all about it.
Like, I don't know. I don't want to do that.
I might have a solution to your problems. I gave a quick solution to this problem with me because I always want to take my wife out on dates.
Yeah.
Well, we went to the opera not too long ago, and
That's not my thing.
No, it wasn't my thing either, but it turned out to be spectacular. So I went to buy season tickets. Too expensive. Out of control expensive. So you know what I did?
What?
Bought season tickets to the Pantages Theater.
Yeah.
And now that's like, I've got those tickets. I will always, and even if we can't go, we can give them away. Try buying season tickets to something you like.
Nah.
Well, just trying to help, dude. Don't you want to see Miss Saigon or Peter Pan?
Then the novelty's gone. The whole thing about going to the opera
Then
is
you
because
have
you
to
don't
go.
go all the time.
No, I didn't buy them to the opera. The tickets to the opera were a fortune. The
It's like when you
Pantages.
buy a guest house, you have to go to it. You can't go anywhere else. I want season tickets nowhere.
Call Jamie and Danny now. 1-877-487-9999.
Now, if I could have a season pass to bowling.
I'm actually going to go bowling. Sometimes you come up with the best ideas. I'm going bowling right after
Bowling
the show.
is not a great idea. It's all
Yeah, it's
I
a
have.
great idea. Yeah, Jack and I both agree, and we're
But
far
I've
cooler
taken
than
every
you.
boyfriend bowling.
Oh, that's bad. You're cheating.
And we all order.
7.
Pikachu wants to fight you.
No. All right. First of all, don't eat the Mexican candy bar Chaka Chaka.
It has lead in it?
4 times the illegal
Okay.
amount of lead.
Can I just tell
Then
you
I
something?
said
Wait. Can I just tell you something? Explains the misspelling.
Yeah, it's the Chaka Chaka. I said, isn't that the guy that wants to fight me, Chaka Chaka? And you seem to think it's Pikachu wants to fight me.
Yeah, Pikachu.
Chaka. Chaka the monkey boy.
Who's
from Land of the
Pikachu?
Lost. Pikachu's, yeah.
Oh, he's that
He's
little
from Pokemon.
Japanese bastard. Yeah.
He wants to give you a seizure.
Right.
Oh my God. Jack and I just had the longest, most depressing conversation during the break about bars and the scene. And I was just like bitching to him. I'm like, God, I like this Ned, whatever the hell. Ned, the rocket
Nate?
scientist. Anyway.
Oh, it is Nate. Ah.
But I said, God, it just feels so, like, I said, what happened? I sound like my parents, like, it's just too hard to go to the White Lotus. It's just too hard to go to the Key Club. It's just too much effort. And then we were talking about Vegas and how I said, if we didn't have special treatment, and sorry to say this because I don't want to, like, rub this guy in your faces, but I mean, if we didn't have special treatment at the Ghost Bar and Rain, I would never bother to get in that line.
Okay. Oh,
or
me
go.
either.
I would hang out in the casinos and I'd gamble and I'd, hang out at the little bar there and have fun and eat and whatever. But I'd never go to the clubs in Vegas.
Hang on another 10 years. So we're all sitting around with George Maloof and our boss and stuff at 9 getting ready for the big party up at the Ghost Bar. When I look at my boss and you were sitting right there, and I said, listen, man, if I say I'm going up to my room to get ready for the party and just never come out, will anyone notice? And he went, no. And I went up to my room even with special treatment.
So this is what's going to happen?
Yeah.
So
I'd much rather watch movies alone than go to a club.
So right now, here we are, in our 30s. And so, okay, so in your
Some of us.
in your 20s, you want to go clubbing, you want to, like, hang out with the scene, you want to be smashed up against a wall and smashed.
Sleep around.
Okay. I mean, but like it's worth it to be in the lines and you're going to get into these clubs and you're going to just like stand in a corner and then think, how great is this, right?
Right. Especially if Britney shows up and break dances.
Right. Because then you can tell people, right?
Right.
So then in your 30s, you're like, I don't know, bowling sounds good. The local bar sounds fine. Anywhere where it's really not a hassle, but you still go out because you want to.
Right.
So now you're telling me that in my 40s, even if you have front of the line passes,
Right.
Escort to a table.
Right.
I'm just going to bed and watching a movie.
And here's the saddest part, because you would think, well, maybe he did that because he doesn't drink anymore. I never drank like that. I drank in my room.
Right?
And so I would, at some point, gonna party like crazy. But now, with front of the line passes, I want an escort to the pay-per-view movies.
And just like,
And I even had obligations to be at the party. It wasn't like I just
Right, I
wanted
know
to
you
go.
did.
I had obligations. And I said to my boss, listen, man, if I just lock myself in my room and watch movies, will anyone care? And he said, no. And I went, oh, I'm going to go up and get ready for the party. Bye. And that was the last anybody ever saw me.
and I just told Jack, I go, I sound like my mother and father. Like, that's too much. I don't want to stand in line. I don't want to go there. And then Jack said, well, just wait till you become a mother or father, because then it's a whole different Oprah, where he now has to figure out all the baby's needs for the evening.
Right.
He then has to call his mom in from Palm Springs.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's that guilt situation where, gosh, maybe she already had plans for the weekend, and now I'm like screwing up her weekend. Mom, can you watch the kid?
Right.
Because I want to go do this. And then not only that, but then you have a responsibility to the kid when you get home, so you don't want to be hammered. Although I've been driven home after babysitting when I was young by many a drunk parent.
Oh, yeah.
I think back then is Steve and Kay Greer, and every Friday night when I babysit for $1 an hour, and that Steve was woo!
People that used to babysit for me used to just spend the night. I was going to lock myself in the guest room.
Oh, my God. I mean, just woo! And they come all geezed, and their kids are there.
Now,
I never want my children to see me drunk.
I have a question about our going out. Well, it's a little late for me on that one. Although Dante, I'm good with.
I really don't. But, as far as going out, I don't want to come home and have my kids see me drunk. I think that'd be awful.
Yes, it would. I agree with you on that.
It would. Daddy, please stop drinking.
Oh, God. I've been through that. I have been through that.
I know. That's why I did it.
So I have questions about going out Saturday night to support Jack's wife at Sardo's in Burbank.
Okay.
Isn't she mistreating Jack?
Yes.
Why are we supporting her?
She's still my wife.
Because Jack still likes her. And we like
yeah.
It's okay, good enough. That's good enough for me.
We're supporting
Jack still
her
likes
by
her,
default.
and we like Jack.
By default.
I actually feel a little bad for her because she's still like mid-20s.
Right.
And still wants to party, and she doesn't realize that I really don't want to. And she was telling me the other day, it's like, and just realize on Saturday, I'll pace you so you don't get too out of control. I don't think she realizes after a couple of drinks, I'm going to be like...
And that you're not that guy anymore.
Right. I'm not going to want... I don't really want to get out of... No, she's being really...
I'll pace you.
I know, but now, you're in dad mode. Like,
right.
I think your whole life about drinking and partying and all that sorry. But I think usually... You just go into dad mode, Right.
It doesn't really have the appeal like it used to.
No.
The whole waking up hungover so I can feed the baby and change diapers doesn't seem so cool.
You don't know the joys of getting all lit up and swinging one of them kids around by the foot. It's a good time.
And it might be the 9-year-old, right?
Yeah. The young one's too little. Get shaken baby syndrome.
Do you guys remember?
The 9-year-old I use as a counterbalance so I can just lean way back.
Do you remember St. Patrick's Day like 2 years ago when we were at Grady, Bryan, something in Manhattan Beach? O'Shea's, whatever. Yeah, Tannenbaums. I don't know. It was 2 years ago, and you and I were having cocktails.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lady, and she brought her baby. I'm like, let me hold the baby. And I'm like swinging the baby and flipping it around. And she's like, yeah, the baby had like stomach surgery not too long ago. Remember
well,
that?
Don't hand us a baby with staples in it.
At a bar.
What are you insane? What's your kid doing in a bar anyway, staple lady?
I'm hanging the kid upside down over concrete and fire. Like, I can do anything with the baby.
This is Jamie's concrete and fire and napalm and magma. Pit vipers. It was rad.
I can't believe you don't remember that baby. I was just like, woo!